music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for the Braxtons. It's season 6, episode 3. My camera looks crooked. I know how it be sometimes. And yeah, today's lipstick is one of my favorites. It's Kat Von D. The color is K-Dub. I'll leave in. I know how it be sometimes. So yeah, it's called K-Dub, and it is a liquid lipstick, and I do love it. I've worn it before. As y'all also know, my mugs are available. The link to get the mugs is below in the description box. You can also see it on my Instagram. So yeah, don't forget to get your Sipping with Tea with Jay Lee mugs to commemorate my 1 year on YouTube. Yes, I've been on YouTube for a year. Yay! So yeah. Also, this is the shirt that will be available in about 2 weeks. As y'all know, people talk all kind of shit. So yes, I'm fat, I'm fierce, I'm amazing, and I'm talented. So yeah, these shirts will be available. You can see the whole shirt too on my Instagram. The link to my Instagram is also in the description box below. Anywho, this episode, I feel like that this season is going to be strictly about everyone's reaction to Tamar and Vince, Mama Evelyn saying whatever, the sister saying whatever about him beating on her, supposedly, allegedly. You know, the fact that Tamar and Vince was all about them supposedly beefing and arguing and getting divorced and her needing a new manager, and it was so emotionally just tiring. I don't know how excited I am if this whole season is just going to be about each sister talking about Tamar, because we don't see much of Tamar, but we haven't, with these first 3 episodes, and I don't want to see a whole season of, oh, well, this is what the sisters had to say, because at this point, that don't matter, you know what I'm saying, because her and Vince still together, and we have not seen her with her sisters for a minute, so clearly there's some, things going on, but, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm just like, I hope every sister storyline won't be their feelings on Tamar. I need us to see Traci talk about her son being having a baby. Tawanda on that tour, now she's supposedly dating somebody. Hell, Trina. Moving on. We see the scene picking up with Trina, Traci, and they daddy or whatever. And Trina was crying harder on this damn thing about Tamar than she did on Ayala's show about her goddamn sons. Girl, I know that's your sister, but them was your son. How you crying this hard over your sister not wanting to discuss her divorce with you, and y'all feel like she going through some things? Let it go. Let it the fuck go. At this point, you protest too much. You are too invested in it. Just for the simple fact, you can't fix nothing right now. Tamar don't want to talk to y'all right now. And I just don't get why she's so emotional about it. And you weren't emotional at all about your sons. You didn't cry. You ain't cried not one time speaking to her about your kids. And you up here crying and boohoo crying and got your cheeks all wet, drool all down your mouth over Tamar. Girl, move the fuck on. She says how as long as Tamar is supporting Vince, that she gonna stay out of it. Okay. So she's clearly still supporting Vince. So let's just stay out of it. Let her live her life. At the end of the day, everyone is an adult and everyone has to live their own life, even if they are living the life that we don't think they deserve, for good, bad, or indifferent. At this point, you can't keep beating a dead horse. You just can't. Trina was saying how, Tamar shouldn't, alienate herself from us. We're her sisters. I know she don't want to talk about, I know she does not want to talk to anyone, you know, because of the divorce and the rumors. But I'm like, the reason she don't want to talk to y'all is because y'all are fueling the rumors. If you think about when a rumor comes out, you expect your family and close friends to not fuel the fire of it being true in any shape, way, or form. So again, I can understand Tamar being upset. People kept saying, well, Tamar said stuff about their husbands. I don't think Tamar said anything about their husbands before they made whatever it was public knowledge. Trina made it clear Gabe was cheating, and when she made that clear, Tamar had comments on it. Tawanda made it clear her husband be at home and he don't do no kind of work, and I'm sick of it. And then Tamar had an opinion about it. The difference between what Tamar was doing to them back in the day and what they're doing to her now is that Tamar spoke on her sister's husband's issues after the sisters brought it up. Tamar ain't not one time said nothing about Vince beating on her or them having any kind of abuse situations. So that's the only reason I can see Tamar being upset, because she's like, y'all speaking on something I haven't even spoke on. Y'all spilling my tea. I don't spill y'all tea. But when y'all bring up y'all husband's issues, yes, I do talk about it. I feel like the reason Tamar don't want to talk, I don't even think it's about the divorce. I think it's about the abuse allegations, because those are two completely separate issues. I feel like if they did not have the abuse allegations, she might be a little bit more forthcoming and saying, yeah, we're getting divorced because it was hard. I think it's different when you have to talk about stuff and there are rumors that he beating you or whatever, and your sister's kind of, they not denying it's going on, so they kind of just fueling the fire, you know. But I'm like, that's why Tamar ain't speaking to y'all, because she feels like y'all not helping the rumor mill. Y'all ain't helping shit. Y'all in the media talking about shit. Tamar, and before we saw Tamar on the show talking to her sisters because they were on the show. The things that we've heard about Tamar and her husband are things that her family went to the media about. You can't do that. You can talk all your shit you want on our show if you talking to me because we on the show together. But if you in the media talking, I'm going to be upset with you. I'm going to be pissed off. And I feel like for that reason alone, for that one reason, I can see why Tamar pissed off. And you know, so that's all it really is whatever. Then they show Traci and Trina going to buy some weed. They had the little weed shop because weed is legal in Vegas. And they found a goddamn weed bath bar. I'm like, who wants to take a bath and make it smell like weed? I don't like the smell of weed at all. So I can't see putting a weed ball in my bath and being relaxed. And I don't want weed particles in my coochie. Okay, my coochie ain't weed strong. Like, I don't think nobody coochie should have anything to do with weed and weed particles and weed bath salts. No. Look, you gonna catch the herpes up in your coochie fucking with that goddamn weed ball. I don't have time for it. Anywho, let me say this. I hate Traci's accent when she makes it thicker. They are from Maryland. Traci got this accent from God knows where. I don't know if it's because I don't know where it came from, but sometimes when she talks like, it's just the weirdest, I don't know. It's the weirdest shit, and it was just aggravating the crap out of me in this episode today. You know, so they at the party for Toni's birthday. Toni's 50th birthday. It was supposed to be a birthday party. That was the most boringest, bullshitty ass party that I have ever seen, okay? They just had pictures of her up. And it was just a dinner. Like, it was just a regular dinner. And they kept saying, oh, yeah, we're going to dress up like Toni. Honey, Traci and Trina walked in. And I was like, that ain't Toni. Like, at all. I was so confused. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, Trina had like a little short wig. But I'm like, that ain't Toni. That ain't Toni, girl. You know, Mama Braxton was there. Daddy Braxton was there. Their brother, Mikey Jr. was there. Well, Mikey, they call him, Mikey was there. And when Toni get there, and she looking at Traci and Trina, she like, who they supposed to be? And even she said, they don't look like me. That's not me. You know, Trina tried to be her on one of her album covers back then when she had short hair, and Traci was trying to be her in the How Many Ways. Not How Many Ways. The How Many You Make Me High video. It didn't work either way. The wig was it was a bullshit ass party, some bullshit ass costumes. Traci and Trina, y'all would never, ever, ever be in charge of anything ever again, okay? I mean, they look like the worst renditions of their sister ever. And that's crazy considering y'all sisters and y'all at times look alike. How can you not look like your sister? Girl, bye. You know what I'm saying? Mama E said that Tamar didn't come. We know Umber didn't come. Tawanda didn't come because she was still working on the play or whatever. And, Mama E was kind of upset that Tamar wasn't there. Mama E, you went on TMZ and see her husband beat her. I don't think she coming. I don't think she coming. Papa Braxton said he got a surprise guest. I assume the surprise guest is going to be one or two things. I said maybe it's going to be either Tawanda, who he surprised and flew in for whatever reason, or maybe it was going to be a Toni Braxton impersonator. That's what I thought it was going to be. This man said, I got to go get her. He come back dressed up as his mama. He literally dressed up as his mother, Toni's grandmother. It was the weirdest thing ever. I don't think any person wants to see their dad dressed up as a woman. Well, maybe the genders do. But you know what I'm saying? It was just off to me. And I mean, they laughed. It was funny. I get it. I was confused because I'm looking like, did she babysit them when they was little? Like, what's the point of him surprising them as her? I guess it was him to say, I'm going to bring her. She got to be dead. Because I'm like, I was just confused. I was completely confused. It was funny. I giggled. I chuckled. But I was still, completely confused. But I was just like, okay. But it was a boring ass party. It was really a boring ass party. We then see on the way to the awards, it was real cute to see Papa Braxton, Mama Braxton getting along. They wasn't arguing, you know what I'm saying? Even him saying, they are able to have relations, and he took it back. Not relations. I don't want nobody thinking that I'm out here spreading low and spreading wide or whatever. But we able to, be calm, cool, and collected in the same space. He even jokingly says to her in the car, you never thanked me for giving you 6 children. And she giggled and she chuckled too. So it's a good thing to see them not arguing, not fussing, not fighting. And just kind of being able to be around each other for the sake of their older children who is having something that they want the whole family to be at. It was cool. We see Tamar is at the awards. She was there. She did perform, but she did not sit with her sisters. The sisters was sitting on this side. Tamar was sitting on that side. So it was, Toni, Traci, Trina, Mama Braxton, Daddy Braxton, and their brother on this side of the other thing. And over here was Tamar. I didn't think nothing about that at the time because I watched the awards or whatever. I didn't think about that at the time. I'm like, oh, they was really separate. They show how Tamar walked the carpet along, how Toni then walked it, and the other family walked it together, whatever. Even this, they say how they only saw her like in passing. It was more like, hi, bye, gotta go, whatever. It's a full-fledged divide. We see on the red carpet, the media tried to ask Mama Braxton about her comments she said on TMZ. Because again, all this stuff happened in a couple days of each other. And she did not elaborate. She also did not repeat her comments. She kind of just, what did she say? I just want things to be in order. Something like that. Some, random things to not confirm or deny what I said and not to get myself in any more hot water. I'm like, clearly she's under the impression, or clearly she understands what she said caused more harm than it did in helping. And so now she's trying to say, well, I said what I said. I ain't gonna take it back, but I'm also not going to elaborate on it. I think that was smart. Clearly it was. We see Toni gets an award for being a living legend. We seen Tamar perform. Tamar performance, I remember, was really good, but they kept jokingly saying how she was just too extra. Her eyes kept getting big. It was just different or whatever. So yeah, Toni getting her award. Toni been a legend for years. We all know, you know what I'm saying? Who do you think I am? Don't you know that he was my man? But I chose to let him. You know what I'm saying? Toni is, you know what I'm saying? She's everything. You know what I'm saying? I can listen to it. I can listen to I prefer old school Toni Braxton. I think my limit was right when that Heat album came out. Everything with Heat and before, I can get down with. Some of the newer stuff I'm not a fan of. I can say that, but I still think she is a great artist. She puts on a great show. But I love her old hits. I love How Many Ways. I love 7 Whole Days. And not a word from you. I love old Toni Braxton songs. Oh my God. So yeah, congrats to Toni the Braxton, as Tamar would call her. We see Traci talking to her daddy, telling her daddy that she's gonna be a grandma, and he kind of shocked, like, what, Kevin, really? I need to talk to that boy, you know what I'm saying? Because he said, that boy said wet behind ears, he ain't ready to be no father, and I don't think he is either. We then see Traci and her husband basically talking to Kevin, and just asking him, like, what his plans is, like, how they gonna make money, how they gonna, like, where they gonna live. He like, we gonna go to school, get a job, we need to get an apartment or a condo. But look, and I don't have any children, me myself, but I have, as y'all know, I talk about my nephew all the time. I have 5 godchildren. I literally raised 2 of them for like the first 5 years of their life. Well, no, for 4 years, I basically raised 2 of them while their mom was in school, because she was one of my best friends. So it's crazy to know. And because when that happened, because Teron was born in 2000, Mooney was 4, so I was 18 at the time. So yeah, but so I can say this: I feel like you should not wait for your kid to get someone pregnant to want them to grow up. I feel like that boy is 21 years old. If he isn't already self-sufficient and at least know how to be, at least, he seems like he's not even competent to do stuff. And I'm like, he just don't seem like he's prepared for the world. He looked like he don't know how to balance a checkbook, like he would not know how to sign a lease. And I just feel like it's weird for them to say, well, you owe it enough to have kids, so you need to move out. But I'm like, it don't seem like they prepared him to move out. It seems as if they just raised him like, okay, here our son, we raised. And I'm not saying that they raised him wrong. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, he just seems like he don't know the real world. And like he been living up on his parents' roof for so long, and now this real life situation has hit, and now they're like, okay, you have to grow up because you finna have a baby. But I feel like I don't understand how parents want their child who they've babied for 20 years and they've never required them to do anything adult like, even though they're an adult, want them to automatically figure shit out because they didn't knock somebody up. That's just not how life go at all. So I feel like he ain't ready for the world. That boy gonna fall on his ass a couple times, and they gonna have to save him a couple times, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. But he ain't ready, like, at all. That's how, probably I got her pregnant because he wasn't ready for the real world. Did he know how to buy condoms? I'm so petty. Anywho, so I just feel like you can't teach a child at 21 how to be an adult. You should have been teaching him when we were like 16. You know what I'm saying? Going up to 21. Because now he can't be a man in 9 months. It's just not going to happen. We see Umba and y'all know I call Tawanda Umba. Umba and Trina, because they don't call her Tawanda. And I hate saying Tawanda because it's crazy. I like Umba. So, Umba and Trina's talking. The blue eyeshadow that Tawanda had on in that confessional was, it was so beautiful. It looked so cute on her. I loved it. I need to find me some goddamn blue eyeshadow. I do like one eyeshadow too. It was just so cute. So anyway, Trina and Umba talking. And, Trina telling her how Tamar basically did not talk to any of them when they was in Vegas, and how things are kind of crazy with what mommy said, and just all the craziness of Tamar, her husband, and allegations or whatever. Umba saying how she feel like mommy said what she said, because at the end of the day, parents always want to protect their children. So mommy did what she did because she's a parent and she was trying to protect her child. But on the flip side, I feel like, how do they know Tamar isn't trying to protect her son and don't want her son to be exposed to rumors that his daddy out here beating his mama? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's a thin line to what you should want the media to know. I think by all means, whatever private conversation y'all have as a family, and whatever your accusations y'all throw at him, by all means, do it. I think personally, you should never take family issues public. I'm a firm believer in that. Any issues you have as a family, your mama should never go to a radio station or a TV show and say, he need to keep his hands off my daughter, if no one else is saying that. If no one else in your family is, if you're not confirming that, because when your parents or your sister say it, it confirms that shit. Like, no one has ever spoke out about Fabulous beating Emily ass until she let it be out that he did some shit. Now that she let it out that he did some shit, anyone who wants to come and say, yep, he been beating her for years, free reign, because she spoke about. I feel like sometimes, not all the time, sometimes when you out somebody who's an abuse victim, it doesn't help them. It doesn't make them want to leave. It makes them feel embarrassed. It makes them feel cornered. It makes them feel like, I can't even trust y'all because y'all exposed my secrets. So I'm going to stick with my abuser because I trust him. Even though he beat my ass, I trust him. So, people saying, how can you say that, this and this and this? Because I can speak from a point of reference. Okay. So I feel like, sometimes you should not be the one to speak someone else's truth if they're not ready to speak it, because it makes them feel more cornered and more alone. And what's she doing? She's backing away. She's not communicating. She's alienating herself from them because now she feels as if she can't trust them. And I feel like if they had just addressed her privately and said, we know he beating you, girl, and you need to face it. If they would have that private conversation, it might not have been so bad. But whatever. Because think about it. To this day, Tamar has denied any and all abuse allegations against Vince. And she still, in one way or another, is dealing with him. So my thing is, everything that is going on didn't make her leave him. It kind of made her stick around with him. And I think it's because she's like, I can't publicly announce or publicly accept being an abuse victim. So it's so fucking sad. Honestly, it is. The last thing that we see is Mama E and Trina having a conversation. They meet up for drinks or whatever. And excuse me, I'm so sorry. Mama E admit that she has not talked to Tamar much since she spoke to TMZ. She says that even in Vegas, it was more of a, hey, mommy, hug, and then that was it. They haven't talked at all, which is not like her and Tamar. And, she says at this point, all she wants is for Tamar to do what's best for Tamar. And that's all she can really hope for in the long run. So, but she's saying how, she do want Tamar to talk to her sisters. And she said she just don't like how my phone be going off like crazy. She was saying how Trina was saying how, they already know all her issues. They know all her secrets. So they know all her shit, as she said. So she might as well just talk to them. And again, I feel like she's not talking to y'all because y'all talking to the media. Like, it's that simple. And Trina said she felt like she can't continue to try to protect someone who's protecting someone else. Meaning, I'm trying to help you by saying you getting abused, and that's my way of protecting you. But you're trying to protect Vince by denying that he's doing it. So I can't protect you because you protecting him. So it makes me look stupid. It does. And even if Vince is beating her ass, them talking about it over and over and over, if she ain't ready for it, it's not gonna make her leave him. And that's the part that I wish they would just stop talking about it publicly. Talk about it privately. Badge her over the head, send her pigeons, messages, all this stuff. Do whatever you need to do with her privately. Stalk her all you have to if you want to get her out of an abusive situation. But you don't have to go public with it because it's just different. Mama E saying how she can't, because Trina's saying, I want to just wash my hands of the whole situation. And Mama E like, I can't do that because she's my child. And you know what I'm saying? She said, but I've never been, I'm worried. I'm worried about her. I'm worried what's going to happen. Y'all know I don't put my daughter's business in the streets. But you did, Mama E. And I know she had the best intentions. I understand that. And what she says is, I was desperate. I was desperate for my daughter. And you know what I'm saying? There was nothing else I could do. So that's what I did to, make it an issue, say, because I feel like, you know what I'm saying? If people knew what was going on, it would stop. And sometimes that works. Sometimes it does. This is one of those times where it didn't. And making people know made people choose and pick sides. And some people pick Mama E's side. Some picked Tamar's side, who was saying she was leaving Vince. A lot of people hate Vince. Some people don't believe he did it. It's just, I don't believe he didn't do it. I believe I have no idea what's going on in their household. I have no idea. I know there are many allegations out there, and I know where there's smoke, there's fire. But I also know from personal experience, when an abuse victim is not ready to face the reality of what's going on, they're not going to listen to anybody talking to them. And that's the reason why some women be in it too long, because they're not ready to face it. And they're just trying to live through it. And I feel like you can't force anyone to face their truth, because if they're not ready, they will cower away in a corner and just put you over here and they over there. Like, I'm in my corner, go to yours. I don't want to talk to you. And so, we do see Mama E having a whole full-fledged, face covered up crying session. And I'm like, she must have some good ass makeup, because when she lit her face up, that makeup didn't go on. I mean, her makeup was flawless still, so I'm not saying nothing about that. But yeah, again, I need this episode to be the last episode where each conversation that each sister's having is about Tamar and Vince and the allegations, because she ain't talking about it. She not talking about it. Vince ain't talking about it. They the only ones talking about it. That's another reason why Tamar has not promoted the show at all. Tamar has not posted, commented, not nan thing about this season of Braxton Family Values. That means that is a clear indication she is not happy about what is being said and portrayed on this season. Tamar has always supported, promoted, talked about, tweeted about, Facebook Live about or whatever. Not Facebook Live, but you know what I'm saying, live tweeted or whatever about the show. And she ain't did nothing like that. She been talking about everything except the show, and it's a reason she's doing that. I think she still loves her sisters. I think her sisters still love her. I think they are at a part where Tamar is living Tamar's life, and her sisters feel like she's in a bad situation, and they want her to get out. It's gonna take some time, and I don't, that's all I can say. So that's all I have for you guys. You know what I'm saying? It is currently 1:17 a.m. I am all set. So put your comments below. Don't forget to buy my mug. These shirts will be available later. You can also go to my Instagram to see the full shirts. And other than that, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.